So, good morning. Third Bcom Computer Applications and third BA Computer Applications Web Technologies ఫోర్త్ యూనిట్. ఆల్రెడీ ఫోర్త్ యూనిట్ మనం చెప్పేసుకున్నాము. ఒక్కసారి రివిజన్ చేసుకున్నాము. కమాండ్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఒక్కసారి రివిజన్ చేసుకున్నాము. సో డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఫోర్త్ యూనిట్. ఫోర్త్ యూనిట్ ఈస్ ఈవెంట్స్ అండ్ ఈవెంట్ హ్యాండ్లర్స్. Events and event handlers. So what is an event? What is the definition? How to create events, how to raise an event or how to call an event, what are the different types of events like keyboard events, mouse event, screen events, windows events, like that. So examples, different commands, all these commands, and how to use events with JavaScript and HTML programming in web technologies. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనం ఒక్కసారి డెఫినేషన్ చెప్పుకుందాం. ఎందుకంటే ఇందులో వచ్చే మనకి కంపల్సరీ ఎస్ఏ టైప్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈవెంట్స్ అండ్ ఈవెంట్ హ్యాండ్లర్స్ అనేది కంపల్సరీ ఎస్ఏ టైప్ క్వశ్చన్. ఈవెంట్స్, వాట్ ఆర్ ఈవెంట్స్ అండ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ఈవెంట్ హ్యాండ్లర్స్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఆర్ ఈవెంట్స్ అండ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఈవెంట్స్ అనేది కంపల్సరీ వచ్చే సెట్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్. కాబట్టి ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఒక్కసారి మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకుందాం. సో వాట్ ఈజ్ ఈవెంట్? ఈవెంట్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఈవెంట్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఏ పర్టికులర్ యాక్షన్ ఈజ్ టు బి డన్ ఆర్ ఏ పర్టికులర్ యాక్షన్ ఈజ్ టు బి ఇనిషియేటెడ్ or started whenever a particular instruction is given, or whenever we give some instructions or raise an instruction or raise an event or raise press an shortcut key. అంటే మనం ఏదైనా ఒక కీబోర్డు మీద షార్ట్కట్ కీని ప్రెస్ చేసినప్పుడు లేదా మౌస్ తోటి సమ్ ఆపరేషన్ చేసినప్పుడు జరిగే యాక్షన్నే మనము ఈవెంట్ అని అంటాము. ఈ ఈవెంట్స్ని మనకి హ్యాండిల్ చేసే కోడ్ లేదా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ అనేది ఈవెంట్ అని మనం రాసే ఈవెంట్ జరిగినప్పుడు జరిగే కోడ్ లేదా యాక్షన్ లేదా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లేదా టాస్క్ని మనము ఈవెంట్ హ్యాండ్లర్స్ అని అంటాము. సో జనరల్గా ఈవెంట్స్ లేదా ఈవెంట్ హ్యాండ్లర్స్ అనేవి ఎక్కడ యూస్ చేస్తాము అంటే while using some online while designing or while creating some online applications like web technologies or web online some applications and when kuda manam use chestam. Generally these are created with some HTML and JavaScript. So events and event handlers are created and used with HTML programming and JavaScript programming. So what are events? An event is raised or called whenever a particular action is to be used or raised or called. So to handle events we may use event handlers. So event handler is nothing but it is a code, some code or some code which is used in which is written in some HTML and JavaScript codes. So basically there are three types of, generally events are also created with help of some keyboard. Means we can assign some keyboard shortcuts also to the events. Whenever you press on that keyboard shortcut while using special keys like Alt, Shift, Control function keys and combination of all these things, that particular event is raised or that particular event is called or executed or runs. So there are, as we know that basically there are three types of events. First one is keyboard event. Keyboard event means events created with keyboard and keyboard shortcut keys and keyboard keys like alt keys, shift keys, control keys, and arrows, left, right, top, bottom, and function keys, escape, tab, and combination of all the alphabets and numbers and these special keys. Similarly, mouse events. What are mouse events? Mouse events are created with the help of mouse buttons. Means left button, right button, and single click, double click, select, like that. And Windows events. Windows events are like minimize a window, maximize a window. They are also called as user interface events or Windows events. Like minimize a window, maximize a window, and close a window. And user interface events means like loading a form. They are used when we load a form, unload a form, like that. So first of all, we start with keyboard events. Event first one is on abort. First one is on abort. What is on abort? Means on abort a window. And whenever you close a window or whenever you close an object, in that case what to do means some particular action or some particular task or code will be executed. So on event is used. Generally these events are created with JavaScript, HTML, and JavaScript scripting languages, JavaScript. So on abort means whenever you close or exit from an object or a window. On click means whenever you click on an object. Whenever you click on an object or select on an object or icon or application on a window. On DBL click means whenever you double click on an object, or whenever you double click on a file or an icon. So on about is a Windows or general purpose user interface events. On click and on DBL click, these are the two mouse events. On drag drop means this is also used with mouse events. Means whenever you drag and drop particular objects, means dragging and dropping means moving objects from one location to another, or simply copying objects from one place to another on a window or GUI based environment. On drag drop means whenever you drag something and drop somewhere. And on error means whenever an error occurs. Means whenever a particular error while using these events or on programming, on error event is generally used. Next is on focus. On focus means whenever you select or whenever you click or select an object, a particular object. So whenever you select a particular object or click on an object, on focus event is generally used. Whenever means on focus means use presently the mouse pointer or keyboard pointer is on that object. Means that pointer is on that object. On key press means whenever you press a particular key. Whenever you press a particular key, these in that situations we use on key press. Means whenever you press some escape key on the keyboard, or whenever you press some function 1, F1, F2, F3, F4, F1 is pressed, or whenever you press some control plus combination keys, or whenever you press some up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow, or whenever you press some shift plus function keys or alt plus function keys, control plus function keys. Means whenever you press a particular button or a key, some code will be executed, or some program will be executed, or some statements are executed. Next, on key up means whenever this event is used, whenever you press, and whenever you press some key, that means whenever you press and hold some key, in that case on key up is used. Similarly, on key on load and on unload and unload is generally these are Windows events. Means whenever particular window is opened, whenever a particular window is opened, or whenever a particular window is loaded, do something. Similarly, on unload means whenever you close a particular window, or whenever you close a window or a dialog box, do something. Next is on mouse down. On mouse down means whenever you release the mouse button, the mouse button means left button or right button from a particular object, is called as on mouse down. Means first you select some text or some object by using your right button of your mouse, or right by simply pressing left button of your mouse, and when you release that button, do something. Similarly, on mouse move means whenever the mouse pointer moves over on a particular object, means whenever you moves your mouse pointer on a particular image, do something. Next is on mouse out means whenever your mouse pointer leaves or come out of an object, do something. On mouse out means whenever your mouse pointer moves out from a particular object, do something. In that case, we may use on mouse out. Similarly, on mouse over means whenever you place your mouse pointer on a particular object, or whenever you place your mouse or move over your mouse pointer through a particular object, do something. And similarly, on move means whenever you move your mouse pointer. And on rest means whenever the mouse pointer is in rest case, or in a rest situation, means it is not moved. Whenever the mouse pointer keeps it in rest position, do something. On resize means these are Windows events. Whenever you try to change the four sides of a window, means whenever you change the size of a window, means by changing top, left, right, top, bottom sides, in that case you do something. On select means whenever you select a particular object, or whenever you select a particular control, or whenever you select some text box or Windows control, or some icon, some application, some object on a window, do something. On submit means whenever these are form controls or form events. Means whenever you press the submit button, means after entering the form by using various controls like text box control, list box control, check box control, radio button control, checkbox, and after filling all the forms controls, at the last you want to submit save button or submit button. So in that case, or in that situation, means whenever you click on the submit button, do something. Similarly, on unload means whenever you release a window, or whenever you release a window, or whenever you close a window in a GUI environment, or in a GUI Windows environment, do something. So basically all these are the different types of events and event handlers. So what are the different types of events means? First one is keyboard events, mouse events, uh, Windows events and user interface events, and some are so these are the different types of events we are used. So what are they generally? On about is used to it is a Windows event or a user interface event. On click means it is a mouse event, or on the DBL click means it is also a mouse event. On drag drop means it is a user interface event. On error means it is a programmable event. On focus means it is a form event. So what are the different types of events? Keyboard event, mouse event, user interface events, and Windows events, and form events. So there are basically 5 types of events. Like keyboard event, mouse event. So what are the different types of events? First one is keyboard events, mouse events, Windows events, user interface events, form events. So on error is a programmable event. Means whenever an error encountered or an error occurs in a program and writing some code or program. On focus is a form event. Whenever you select or your mouse pointer or your keyboard pointer placed on a particular control, Windows control or form control. Examples are some selecting some text box. On key press is a keyboard event. On key up, it is also a keyboard event. On load, it is a Windows event. On mouse down, it is a mouse event. On mouse move, it is also a mouse event. On mouse out, it is also mouse event. On mouse over, it is also mouse event. On move, it is also keyboard event or a mouse event. Some of these events can be used for more than one event, or event. We can use more than one event handler for these functions. All these are functions. Basically, all these are functions. They are also called as some functions, or they are also called as some event handlers. These functions and these event handlers are nothing but here in these functions we may write or insert some code or some programs in the web technologies along with HTML and JavaScript and functions. So on mouse over is a keyboard event, mouse event. On move means it is a keyboard event, say, as well as mouse event. On rest means used for keyboard and mouse events. On resize means whenever you try to change the size of a window, it is a Windows event. On select means keyboard event and mouse event. On submit, it is a form event. On submit means it is a form event. On unload means it is a Windows event. So this is a compulsory fourth unit is a compulsory essay type questions. There are only 2 essay type questions which are coming from this unit. First one is what are events, and explain about event handlers. Second one is what are events, and explain different types of events. Second one is explain about different types of events and event handlers in web technologies. So thank you.